define what a romantic kiss is? Is it 30% tongue, 50% tongue, 120% tongue?
It's like no lip at all.
For me, I define a romantic kiss all based on where the thumb goes. But I'm different than others. And Andrea, who is on the phone today, says that her meeting with a guy ended with a romantic kiss. So why is he not calling her back? I don't know. We're about to find out. Andrea, what's up? How are you?
Good. How are you all?
Good. How do you define a romantic kiss, Andrea?
I don't know. I think like 50% tongue. Like a nice medium, start nice and gentle, and work its way up.
Did he like cradle your head with both of his hands and gaze deeply into your eyes?
Oh yeah, a little bit of hair playing.
Wow.
Hair?
All right.
Like pulling? Like I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the best kiss I've had in a while. So I don't know why he's not calling me back.
Well, tell us a little bit about him. What's his name?
His name is Tim.
Tim. And how'd you meet Tim?
I met him at a friend's work party at a bar.
Okay. And did you know him beforehand or?
No, she introduced us that night. I noticed him as soon as I walked in, though. He's so my type. Tall, gorgeous, dark hair. These like baby blue eyes. His smile was like, oh my gosh, it made my heart melt.
Oh my gosh. Did you tell your friend right away you have to introduce me to him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, she knows my type. We've been friends for forever. And I'd heard her mention him before. So he was like on my radar, but that was the first time I'd ever seen him or met him. And yeah, he's incredibly handsome.
Wow.
You're like flustered right now.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I am. It's so pathetic.
Did it show on your face how horny this guy makes you?
No, it wasn't like dirty or anything like that. It was just like, those butterflies, like that feeling of like, my stomach is all like in knots. I don't know.
Horny little butterflies. We all get those horny little butterflies sometimes that won't leave us alone. All right, so what happened next after you met this guy?
Well, we talked and hung out that whole party. It was more of in a group setting, though, so as like the work party was wrapping up, he asked if I wanted to go to this other bar down the street and get a drink. So just the two of us went.
Did you bring the horny butterflies with you?
No, I had gotten those a little more under control at that time.
Okay.
But obviously, I mean, he was feeling it too if he asked you to go to another bar with him.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's what I thought.
Okay, then so how did things go at the second bar?
Well, we talked, but he was getting a little more flirtatious, like put his arm around me and like really sweet. I wish it just started getting late, though, and it was a work night, so around like 11 o'clock, we're like, should probably go. So he called me a cab. Super gentleman.
Yeah. Were you guys pretty wasted by this point?
I'd say like happily tipsy.
Okay, so not super hammered.
Yeah.
No, like I could still think and form sentences and,
Okay, so he called you a cab, and is that when the romantic kiss happened?
Yeah. So he kind of walked me outside and like he kissed me, and then he did this adorable like little like spun me out and like brought me back in for like a final kiss, and it was super sweet. And so I took it as a sign and was like, hey, we should do this again sometime.
Did he seem almost like too smooth? Like he's done this so many times that he's got like a program.
He's got to move.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the twirl seems like a little almost over the top.
It seemed genuine. Like in the moment, maybe I was a sucker, but he seemed super genuine and just smooth, but not in like a slimy way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was tired. I went home. Didn't even realize that I didn't give him my number. So I was like, well, if he, he'll want it, he'll find it. So I waited a couple of days, and nothing. So I got a hold of my coworker and was like, hey, this is weird, but can I have his number? Like, we haven't talked. And she sent it to me. And so I texted and was like, hey, this is Andrea. I had a really great time the other night. Just wanted to make sure you had my number.
Did he respond to that at all?
Yeah, all he said was thanks.
That's it?
Wow.
Really? Just thanks?
That
Like,
was it.
no, thanks, I had a good time too, or thanks, I'll see you later?
Yeah.
No, just thanks.
Ouch.
Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Why do you think he would be so cold like that after what sounds like a great evening?
I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to figure it out because I don't want to be too clingy or too forward, but
Right.
the only thing that I can think that it might be is when we were talking and hanging out at the second bar, I mentioned to him that I still live with my parents, like I still live at home,
Ooh.
and he kind of gave me a little bit of an odd look. So I don't know if he was just playing it cool that night, but thinks I'm not mature enough for, like, I don't know.
So you think that he might not want to date you because you live at home with your parents?
I guess. I mean, I have a job. I'm responsible. It's not like, I'm living in the basement playing video games all day.
Some guys like that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah. All right.
I can play a mean Mario Kart, but
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, that music right there would be the sound of horny little butterflies. You know, the ones that get in your stomach as soon as you see somebody that you find attractive. Well, Andrea is on the phone, and she has a bad case of the horny butterflies. Because she met a guy named Tim at her friend's work party. They hung out for a little while even after the work party and ended the night with a romantic kiss. But now he's not calling her back. She actually was able to text him and say, "That was fun. We should do that again." And he just said, "Thanks." So apparently he's not hearing the same horny butterfly music that she's hearing in her head. But we're about to see if we can get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling her back. Andrea?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I guess.
Are you regretting doing this after being labeled as a horny butterfly girl?
I guess I'll wait to hear what he has to say until I regret it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and find out why he's not calling you back. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is Tim there?
Yeah, this is Tim. Who's this?
Tim, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Cool.
Sorry.
Glad,
How'd you get this number?
glad we got that out of the way. I got your phone number from somebody who listens to our show. They wanted me to call you.
You're a radio station calling me?
Yes, I am the entire station.
Music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is this like a prize or something? What's this about?
No, it's actually a segment we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. You recently went out with a girl named Andrea. Do you remember her?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's usually not what people like to hear when their name is brought up. Just but
Yeah, it's like an awkward situation there, man.
really, Andrea emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, how she thought you were awesome. But when she texted you asking if you guys could hang out again, all you did was text her back and say thanks.
Yeah, I was trying to, be nice.
All right.
Did she do something to piss you off? She swears the date you guys had was awesome.
It was fine. This is weird to say. The date was fine. I can't date her.
What you sounded, I mean, the way she described it, you sounded like you were really into her.
Yeah, everything was going fine. I like her. I think she's cute.
What is
So what's the big issue then?
Her dad. I hate her dad.
What?
Whoa.
How do you know her dad?
What?
It's like it's complicated. But the guy's a slime ball.
Her dad's a slime ball. Did you meet him?
No, not when we were out. I met him like a long time ago, and I don't even really want to explain it to her, to be honest.
Did you know that who her dad was when you took her to the second bar and
No.
you guys kissed? And
No, it was only afterwards. I looked her up on like Facebook and saw what her last name was and who she's related to, and I guess I'll tell you, her dad owns this like car dealership, and a couple of years ago, I bought a car from him, a used car, and the guy totally screwed me over. It was like the worst I've ever been taken advantage of in my life.
Oh,
How
what?
random is that?
Oh, small
Yeah.
world.
I know, man. I know. I was not expecting it. He gave me a car and a horrible interest rate, and it was one of my first times like getting a car, on my own. So like I didn't know any better really, but like the guy totally took advantage of me, and that was like a big turning point in my life. Like no joke. Like I was like I don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. Like I have to get smarter about this stuff, but I also like I want to prevent myself from that type of thing happening again, and I never want to see this guy again.
okay, so wait, you don't want to talk to her because you think her dad, like she could be like her dad, or because you are afraid of this going into a relationship and you having to meet her dad?
Well, first of all, she lives with her parents, so I'm guessing if
Oh, yeah,
it
that's
went into
right.
a relationship, I would run into the guy sooner or later.
Right.
And I don't know if I can control myself around him, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to be able to shake that guy's hand, you know?
But it could be like the ultimate form of revenge. I mean,
To be honest, like that actually went through my head. Like, oh, I should just I should sleep with her and then, get back at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at him
But
right
like,
in the eyes.
I'm not that type of guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Man, you're a way better dude than I am, because if somebody screwed me over on a car, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd go over there just to have dinner with him and stare him in the face and shake his hand and be like,
Screw me
guess what
over."
I just did? And you're positive that's her dad?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
why wouldn't you just tell her that?
Who wants to hear that I can't date you because your dad's a
True.
I
Yeah.
don't need her to feel bad about it. Like, she raised her. I'm guessing she knows, and like I don't maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you guys were dating for a little while and it was like at the point where you had to be around family members, like I can't be around your dad ever. But this is the first time you're hanging out and you realize her dad is the guy that screwed you over 3 years ago.
Yeah, like why not cut the cord now and like say trouble down the line?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for telling us why. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate hearing about people getting screwed over and people being lied to. You know.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
Yeah, that's probably why I should have told you this earlier, but she is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Tim. It's Andrea.
Hey.
You heard that entire thing?
Yeah, I heard everything you said about me and my dad.
I didn't say anything bad about you.
It's a good point.
No, I know, but you've been ignoring me because of something that wasn't even my fault, and that doesn't even sound like my dad.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, it sucks to tell this to a person. Your dad is a bad person. I guarantee you I'm not the first person he's done this to.
Excuse me, my dad is not a bad person. I'm sorry for whatever experience you feel like you had, but my dad is a good guy, and that does not sound like him. I'm
sure
sorry
it's easy for
for
him
whatever
to be a good guy when
happened,
he's
but
taking money out of my pocket and then giving it to you for your birthday. Like, I'm sure like that makes it easier to be on that side of things, but on my side of things, he's a bad guy.
I'm sure it was just a misunderstanding. My dad is not a bad guy. I can't believe that you haven't let this go. How long?
It was just a couple of years ago. It wasn't like when I was 10 years old.
But Tim, I mean, can't you give the guy a benefit of the doubt? Like, do you have proof that he tried to screw you over? Maybe, like, he didn't know there was something wrong with the car you bought.
Oh, come on. This is his business.
Tim, if you signed a contract on the car, that's equally on you. It's your fault for not having checked things more clearly.
Oh, my. Well, the apple certainly hasn't fallen far from the tree. That's literally what they said when I called and complained.
I am so offended right now. I don't even know what to do.
I think you guys should go out again.
Yeah, honestly, like, Andrea, I thought you were really cool. I cannot get past the fact that your dad screwed me over so bad.
You know, I don't really like how you've treated me during this situation, but I'd be willing to get you together with my dad and see if he can get you a deal and make up for whatever wrong you feel like he did you.
Hey.
So, Andrea, you're kind of up for a second date if you take Tim to the car dealership and get him a better deal on a car?
Well, I mean, he clearly feels like my dad took advantage of him, and no one should feel that way. And I think my dad would agree. And I bet if he came down to the dealership that my dad could get him into something newer and nicer. And
Yeah, a cardboard box would be newer and nicer than what he sold me.
Oh, my God.
I like how the second date update has turned into a car sale.
I know.
Tim, would you like to accompany Andrea to her dad's dealership one more time? See if you can get a...
No.
No?
You're crazy. You're missing out. She's a good salesman.
Yeah, she's lucky I don't report her father to the Better Business Bureau.
you know what, Tim? I don't want to talk to you anymore. You blew your chance with me, and you blew your chance on a great new car.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll see you the next President's Day weekend sale or something. All right?